Hi everyone, this is Richie the Blind Hedgehog and welcome to this video. I'm here with two very old two plushies that were actually for sale in the 90s and that today might be considered as being vintage. These are two plushies from the assortment from The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. I don't really know how old I was when the film was released. I only can tell you that I really loved that movie. And I was actually very sensitive for the plushies ever since. Unfortunately, me being probably something like 8 or 7 years old, something like that, for me it was pretty hard to collect those plush. And in this video I would like to have a closer look at a few of them. I decided to use the two only ones that I could collect so far. So this little Kiara here, I found her in the thrift store. And she looked quite familiar. I had no idea why. I liked the way she was made, the way she looked. She really reminded me of something. And actually, when I saw this marking on her nose, after I saw this marking on her nose, I quickly realized she actually was part of an assortment that was sold together in one packaging with Kovu. This Kovu was given to me by my loving friend Katie a while ago. He's still tagged and he still has his name on his tag. And indeed, those two plushies were sold, I don't really know by which brand. They were sold in one packaging and they were supposed to kiss. Kovu is standing. Both plush are about 10 inches tall and are pretty firmly stuffed, but also pretty well made. A while back I also managed to collect two bean bags, one of Kovu and one of Kiara, in two different occasions, but I sold those. When you actually put them together like this, there you go, this is what they're supposed to do. So this Kovu and this Kiara were not in package together. They were two different plushies that I collected by different occasions. One of them was a gift. And like this, actually, it's amazing that I was able to put them together. So far, just couldn't get rid of them. They're great. And in this video, I would like to have a closer look at two others of the same assortment. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Houston, we have a problem. Let's take them away like this. We have another cat in here. Oh yeah. It's my. Oh yeah. Sorry. You see how gross my camera is. Let me check that. There we go. Hopefully that helps. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah. So I was so lucky to collect another wonderful couple of these wonderful characters like this. I wish I could have done this earlier, but I didn't feel like paying $100 for them. So here they are. On eBay, those plush, as far as I know, are pretty expensive. So I can imagine it's pretty hard to get them for an honest price. And I always wanted to have these. Here's the very first one. Here's Kovu. There are a few on Vinted, and I was actually watching another Kovu, a talking one. This is Kiara. But since the lockdown, actually the international transaction have been blocked. So for now, it's impossible for me to get him. But I was so lucky to find someone in Belgium who had these. And like this, actually, also because I skipped an opportunity, I was really glad I could still collect them somehow in this period, in this really weird period we're living in. So I was so glad, actually, I finally could get these. Because me, being about 7 or 8 years old, obtaining the plush that I really liked wasn't quite easy. Because, when you're talking about toys, you always have the problem and the evoking of education, and sometimes it's really hard for kids to collect a plush they really like. as it's always a subject of education. So, like this now, I'm about 30 years old almost in a few months, and I just can't believe I'm still into these guys. They're so vintage, like crazy. But I'm really grateful I could finally collect them. Those plushies are really well made. So they're in general, yeah, they are pretty, yeah, chubby here on the back, and their back legs can use some finishings. But the advantage is that you can easily just throw them on the bed like this and nothing more. They're a bit dusty, so I'll probably wash them afterwards. Their eyes are embroidered and they are really nicely looking upwards. Now, for some people who don't really know the difference between Kiara and Nala, Nala has a bit of a, yeah, more fair coat. Kiara's coat is a bit darker than her mother's. And the main difference between Kiara and Nala is that her eyes, Kiara's eyes are like orange. She kinda, I suppose she has those eyes from her dad. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit distracted. No, it's the wind. I thought I was the aquarium, sorry. Nala's eyes are green, a bit like Kovu's eyes. But Nala has green eyes. And actually looking, yeah, I'm following a Nala for now. I'm not really into Lion King plushies, that's really weird. But I really like these two. I'm not quite sure if I will collect Nala as well. But I'm really glad with these two already. So I really like Kiara's coat. And I believe those plushies should be from the 90s, from maybe 97, 98. Unfortunately, she's a bit dirty. I really need to wash her. Now, hold on a second. And this is what she looks like in the sun. And these are the non-talking ones. They were also sold in talking assortments, like a talking Kiara. Of course, they were just each in one packaging. But these are the non-talking lying down plushies. I think they were also available in sitting position. They also had these kissing guys like this. They had plenty of those plush. And it's amazing because I was there. I visited toy stores that had these plush back then. It's amazing that I'm still so sensitive for them. And by then I just couldn't imagine I would ever own one of them. But I really wanted to. I really like Kovu's full brown fur. I really love this color for some reason. Also, he has the absent finishings here on the missing, I'm gonna say, finishings on the back legs. But yeah, I'm really glad I have a Kovu like this. Always wanted to have a Kovu, and I'm so glad I don't have to pay like so much money for them, because those plushies can sometimes be really beyond price. But they're just simply lying down plushies that are about 12 inch in length. They have beans in their paws. Of all four of them, they have a bit of a chubby bunny. Their tail is like brown. And they also have beans in their bummy here. Also here. So they don't have any wires. They're pretty well made. Really great blush of honest quality. I think Kiara has a tag that's pretty readable. Which year were they manufactured? I have no idea. As far as I know, they came with a nice green packaging with these little green tags, like here. don't think here. Mattle, indeed. Mattle is the brand that made those. And the Nala I found is also from that brand. And it's a great plushie because she has a nice little vintage interaction or finishing or feature. When you pat her back, she sticks out her tongue. And I think that's just amazing. For a plushie line, having that, I mean, I really like how they accentuate the cuteness and the expression and the fluffy side of lions. And they do it in a very special way. In a way, they make the toys so interactive in a very special and vintage-like way. It's amazing. And I can imagine now, indeed, why people really love those toys, because they really have something that toys don't have anymore these days. Now, these plushies aren't necessarily very interactive. They were just released merchandise by the time that it were popular. But some of those Lion King toys have great features, and maybe Nala will go really well with them, with her tongue sticking out. But I'm still thinking of getting her because I was still thinking of getting that talking Kovu, since I can actually reach him as well. It would be great if you can find a working one, because the ones that I found don't work anymore. Somebody was so clever to put them in the washing machine. So of course, if you do that, it's not gonna work. But that's a bit of a larger plush. Also another one that were available like this. They released like a lot of plushies from this assortment. Of course, all sold separately, except from these guys. I think they also had a Simba and a Nala kissing. It's amazing the Lion King plushies that were available back then. And those guys go so well together, I'm amazed. So what can I tell you more about these plush? All I can tell you is that I really like the way they feel, the way they look, and also the color of their fur. I just think the combination is really nice. It's just that they feel dry and dusty. I really need to wash them. I'm glad to have this Kovu and this Kiara. Kovu was always my favorite lion. And I also really like the way they made him with his fur here, his brownish fur and then the darker coat that he has. This is awesome. I'm really glad to have Kiara together with him. It's great. I really liked this movie when it came out, and I never collected it on DVD so far, because I saw it so many times that I'm actually kinda, fed up with it, I suppose. But I'm glad I could collect the lion plush. The lion plush, that's a good one. And I'm gonna make a bath video of them, because they really need a bath. And I hope Kiara will look even more, great than she does now. And if I ever collect Nala, well, you'll find out. If I do, I'll make videos of her. But just that usually I'm not really into Lion King plush. And but I'm really glad actually I have the two assortments here that I really liked back then. But I did that for a lot of plush. I wanted to collect Pokemon when I was like about 7 years old, in '97 when the first season came out. I never could. So, well, this is what this brought me today. Look how many Pokemon I have here now. And well, I'm glad I could come back to this and just collect what I really, really liked the most when I was a little kid. At some point, nostalgia just gets you somehow and gets under your skin and never leaves you anymore. But I'm really glad with these two. They just came today in my pickup point, and I'm glad because they're just a great couple. They go so well together. But I'm afraid I have to end the video now because we have guests and I'm supposed to have supper. So, just quickly made the video. Like this I can give them a nice bath time and record them in bright daylight. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And, well, can I put them together? And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!